My name's Courtney, and I am the mayor's director of scheduling. My big brother, he's a year older than me. He has Down syndrome, so an intellectual disability. His name's Clark, and he is truly the most important person in my life. They hadn't found out that my brother had a disability until he was born. Everything since has been a little bit of a fight. My parents decided that inclusion was the way they wanted to go for his education and for his social needs. He was very included in programs. We made sure he did sports with us. I brought him to every social gathering I went to. It wasn't mainstream at the time. So often, Clark was the first person to ever be included in classrooms in our districts. I was in 3rd grade and Clark was in 4th grade. And my mom was in a really hard point of work, so she wasn't around as much for a week or so. I don't know if you know this about people with Down syndrome, but routine is incredibly important to them. So if something throws off the routine, they can act out, particularly when they're younger. And in that week, Clark acted out in school, so the school made the decision to move him down to the self-contained classroom. And when my mom came back, she sat in the corner and she observed, and there was a clear difference in his emotions. He was really, really depressed because it was different. He was used to being around all the other kids, and that was his routine. The special ed teacher went up to her and said, "He's depressed because you keep putting him in with the normal kids, and he'll never be normal." It was just tough, but we got him moved back up, but it was a huge fight. Being included in the classroom was so important for his development. It forced him to speak to other kids his age that were typical developing and to really foster that language skill that I just don't think he would have had if he wasn't forced to do it. I think inclusive education was so important for my brother, not just for my brother, but also the other kids in the classroom. The best part was seeing how other people were changed by him. Clark did JV swimming in high school, and the audience would fill up for his race, and everyone would give him a standing ovation, even though he was always finished last, and it meant so much to him. A lot of the kids who were in JV swimming with him went out and became special education teachers or did stuff with people with disabilities. He just impacted so many people because he was there. Pete's plan on inclusive education is just super important. If it were the national expectation when I was growing up, my parents wouldn't need to consistently fight. Remembering, regardless of someone's disability, they're still human. If you think accessibility, or you think not allowing people opportunities to be part of the community at all, by not providing resources, we're closing other humans out and we're not treating them as such. We're really lucky to have a candidate who cares so much, not just about, himself or his stage. He really cares about all the issues he's talking about, which at that level you don't really see a lot.